Hi, I'm Sandy O'Banion with Deer Creek, and today we want to talk a little bit about puppy vocalization. We get a lot of questions from time to time and emails from people just wanting to know some do's and don'ts, so we thought we would go over that with you today, and we hope that it'll help you during the transition period. The first week is very critical when you first get your puppy. All puppies bark. You know, that's just a normal thing. It's not separation anxiety. It's strictly because the puppies have been moved. They don't have their mom, their family that they've known, their siblings, and it's just because they were moved. So when, anytime, you know, no matter how long we have the puppies here in training, if it's the puppy preschool classes or the kindergarten classes, after the first 3 or 4 days, everybody's quiet. And they're quiet the rest of the time that they're here until we move them. So I can move it from, you know, here from our training center to one of the other trainers' homes, and same thing. For the first 2 or 3 days, they're gonna bark. It's just strictly normal. True puppy, true separation anxiety is much worse than just normal puppy vocalization in the crate. That's very destructive behavior. It develops when the dogs are much older. And these are all things that you can do to help ensure that your dog doesn't develop separation anxiety. Because no puppies can have true separation anxiety. That's totally a separate thing. So I did want to kind of clear that up with everybody, because everybody else says, oh, my puppy has separation anxiety. And quite frankly, I'm surprised that people don't realize that they bark in their crate, because they do. All puppies do it. If you cannot put in the time, it takes 1 week to get through it. If you don't want to put in the time, you might want to consider actually getting some other different kind of pet, because all puppies bark. If you don't get anything else, all puppies bark. They do. Now, a lot of families, they just do the wrong things on the very first day they get their puppy home. I hear over and over again how my puppy was great the first night. He just barked 5 or 10 minutes in the crate, and he was slept all night. It was great. And then the next day, they went about spoiling their puppy happily all day long, letting them sleep out on the floor, or holding them, or just leaving them out all day long. And you cannot do that. We're going to talk about things not to do first, and then we'll talk about what you can do to kind of set yourself up for success. That's the biggest thing, is we want you to set yourself up for success. But schedule right off the bat. You've got to get on your schedule, stay on your schedule, and have a consistent schedule. They have to be in their crate so much. They have to be out of the crate so much to play, and tired when you put them in, of course. And the big thing is this puppy sleeps 17 hours a day. So know that your puppy's going to sleep a lot, and when they're sleeping, they should be in their crate. So the big things of not to do is, do not go to your puppy when it's crying. You do not want to go in there and reward your puppy. That is a reward. So we're going to talk about rewards. If they can see you, it's a reward. If they hear you, it's a reward. If you look at them, it's a reward. If you get them out, it's a reward. If you talk to them, it's a reward. All of these things to a puppy is a reward, because if they got your attention, they're rewarded by that. So keep that in mind. It's a reward. If you're doing any of that, you are reinforcing the behavior. That's the big thing. If you do not reinforce any behavior that you do not want to be doing all the time, because you're just reinforcing it. Everything you reinforce, you're going to get that behavior again. And we don't want to be having the crying in the crate is one of the things we do definitely not want to reinforce. You want to avoid any emotional comings and goings. So you don't want to like baby talk, or like, I know I'm just gonna miss you so much, aren't you gonna miss me, kind of thing. That immediately tells your puppy that something is wrong. I don't know what it is, but she's acting funny and she's all anxious, and I'm gonna be upset about it. So I'm gonna have more anxiety and be more upset about that. So you don't wanna just come in the room. When you come or go, you can say, okay, bye, see you, whatever. But just make it very brief, no emotions, in and out of the room. Better if you don't say anything at all. If you must say something, just have it be very simple, short, and no emotions. Because you don't want your dog to start anticipating how you're feeling about leaving. So just no emotional comings and goings. The next thing you want to avoid is over affection. I know everybody's so excited about having their puppy, but too much affection is not good either. You want to have everything balanced. You want to balance their playtime, their sleep time, and the affection. You got to give them mental stimulation is just as good as if you had walked them, you know, taken them on a long walk. So look for ways to stimulate their minds. You want to give them some good play time during the day, as well as ensuring that they get enough sleep time. And remember, they sleep 17 hours a day when they're young. And don't change the schedule on the weekends. You know, keep a standard schedule. They have to know when to expect sleep time, play time, and all, you know, everything that's going to go on throughout their day. They know when it's coming. They don't need an alarm clock to tell them that you're getting ready to come get them out of the crate, or it's time to go potty, or it's time to feed, if you're doing it every day. Now, we're going to go on to some things that we do want you to do, and this is how you're going to set yourself up for success. So crate training is essential. Just know that you're going to have your puppy in your crate. They're den animals, and they learn to love their crate. We used to have dogs that would stuff themselves in crates long after they had outgrown them. And like before bedtime, they would already be in them. We wouldn't have to say, go get in your bed. And this was older dogs that didn't even need to be in the bed. But if you make your playtime, your crate times fun, and you make it a nice, warm, inviting environment, and make it fun in there, then they do learn after, you know, this period of time initially to love their crates. And that's what you want to do, is get your puppy to love your crate. So you want to give your puppy something to do while they're in their crate, or anytime you're gone. You want to teach them that the fun is coming, mom's leaving, and boy, I'm getting ready to have a party. Kind of look at it that way. So you want to put your crate in a comfortable place in the house, and you don't want to be changing the temperature. Like some people, when they leave their house, they turn their temperature remote thermostat down on 68 or something. You know, you want to leave your home just like you were there. You can leave the TV going, so there's sounds. You want to leave the temperature there. We play music. We play Through a Dog's Ear here all the time. We're not playing it right now, but we leave that. When we leave for the day, we turn that on, and that music was designed specifically to calm dogs, so it's got a certain beat and everything. So Through a Dog's Ear, you can play that off Alexa. There's other ideas on Amazon. There's a lot of different things out there. They're doing more and more of that all the time, to play music for your dogs. The other thing that you want when you put your puppy in the crate is know that it does not have to go to the bathroom. Be sure that you've given yourself plenty of time for your puppy to go to the bathroom. If you're going to be gone all day, it's probably not a good idea to like stuff them really full of food right before you're getting ready to go to work. So, you know, maybe feed them a lighter meal. You don't want them to be hungry, because that would be another reason that they would bark. But you do want to be sure that they've had plenty of time to go outside and potty. You want to feed them early in the evening for the same reason. You want to feed them as soon as you get home at night, and that way they've got all night to go outside several times. And really the biggest thing is schedule. You know, we get asked a lot too about, well, how much time do I have them out of the crate versus in the crate? Because too much time in the crate, the puppy will get to where they never want to go in again. If you leave them out all day, again, they don't want to go in. So unless there's a balance, then, you know, it'll sway one way or the other. So our general thing of the way we do it is 2 hours. So it's out to play for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then the crate for 2 hours. Back out to play for 20 or 30 minutes, back in the crate for 2 or 3 hours. And then in between there, before we feed them in the morning and in the afternoon, we'll have their 10 or 15 minutes of training. So you don't want to overtrain, because that can cause anxiety. But you want to have short fun training sessions with your puppy. And like I said, it's just a few minutes a day. You're not training all day long. You're shaping all day long. You're shaping with your schedule. You're rewarding only behaviors that you want to see again. You're not rewarding bad behaviors or things like barking in the crate and all that. But you have to make the training short and fun. Another thing that you can do in the crate is these snuggle puppies. Now these are wonderful. They come with a heartbeat, and they have a heating pad thing that you can put inside your microwave and heat it up, and then you put it inside the puppy along with the heart, so it simulates having a sibling laying right next to them. And it does work. The only issue with this is you know, puppy might potty on it if you know, they're not taken out regularly, or if you're gone all day and it's going to be a long day. But these are wonderful. I've heard, you know, a lot of good things about the puppies. Now this Adaptil, you can spray this on the cover, because I want you to cover your crate too, because it makes a nice den. You know, they're den animals, as I mentioned. Spray this on there about 15 minutes before you put your puppy in the crate. You can also spray it on the puppy itself or on the blanket that you're covering the crate with. And it puts out a very dog-pleasing pheromone. And they really like this smell, and it's calming, and it provides a nice atmosphere. Again, you're doing everything that you can to make your crate a wonderful, calm place for relaxing. Things that you can also put in the crate are these treats. So it's got like a toy and then a treat in the middle, and you can buy these extra treats so you can stuff them over and over. This is a small, they come in all sizes. And then they have to work to get this treat. This is a mental exercise for them. Training is a mental exercise for them. So, you know, things that you want them, things that they can work on, it's always good. We have the Kongs. We use these. You can put them full of peanut butter. You can use the Kong peanut butter or any kind of dog peanut butter. You don't want to use real peanut butter. But you put this in there. You can also put this in your refrigerator and freeze it, and it lasts a little bit longer. It makes it a little bit harder to come out. We use Kongs here. These are balls that throw out treats. You can just put little treats or even their own kibble in here too, and then as they roll it, it falls out. That's the principle of, you know, most of these little balls. You can get all this stuff on Amazon, all kinds of different little things. But again, just making it fun for your puppy, that they know if they get in the crate, you know, they're going to get all kinds of treats. And you want to make the treats different. We use Cheerios sometimes too, is treats. Just anything that your puppy likes, you know, you can put in these balls and things for treats, as long as you make sure that they will fall out, because some things, if they're too big, they won't fall out. So just be sure that they'll fall out. So let's talk about what if you've done everything you think I've said in this video and your puppy is still barking in the crate. What I would ask you to do is go back and write down your schedule. Have your partner work with you to see what cues you're giving, because what you can't do is one day do it right and then the next day say, well, I'm in a hurry today. I know I'm not supposed to go back in there, but I'm going to go in there anyway. Every little thing is a big deal to that puppy. Like I said, they're smart. It only takes one time and one day, because it is literally that next day. So everything goes fine the first day. The first night's okay, not so bad, but the next night is usually the awful night, because things have kind of gone awry during the day. So go back, look at the schedule. If they don't want to go in, you got to make sure that you have the even balance. You can't have them out of the crate too much, and you can't have them in the crate too much. So it's that every 2 hours in and out of the crate. And then it's also not rewarding it. So go back, look at your schedule, because this does work. But you have to do it consistently, day in and day out, for that first 3 days is so critical. So if you think it's not working, it is really something that you're letting get slipped through the cracks. So go back, think what you're doing. Are you letting your puppy see you? Are you getting it out? You know, after it's just cried for a little bit of time, because they learn to tell time. They know, well, okay, if I bark here and I keep doing it, she'll come in 15 minutes. So look at the schedule. This does work, and don't give up, because you know you can do this, but you do have to be very schedule oriented. There's so many things that you know you can do to help your puppy, and in the beginning, you know, you want to set your puppy up for success. I can't say enough about the schedule. This is something that you can do, you know, for the puppy vocalization in the crate. You know, a lot of people, they'll put their puppy in situations just knowing what the outcome is going to be. It's just like jumping on people. It's like, how do dogs ever get jumping on people if they're sitting all the time, or why would they even be out? I mean, just think about what makes sense, and don't put your puppy in a situation where, you know, you're going to start behaviors that you don't want. The other thing that can happen to you is, I've heard that some people say, well, my puppy wakes up at 3 o'clock every morning, you know, barking and whining and crying in their crate. And of course, if you went to get them in that situation, they would continue doing that, because again, you reinforce it. So if you know your puppy is one of those types, because all puppies are different, they all have different temperaments, different personalities. We don't get our puppies up in the middle of the night, but if you have to, and you feel like you have to, your puppy cannot make it, then you want to set an alarm for yourself to get up before you know your puppy's going to get up. So set your alarm. If you know he's going to wake up at 3 a.m. every morning, set your alarm at 2:30 so that you're the one going and getting the puppy up. And then you don't want to say anything, do anything. All you do is take your puppy out to the same place, sit them down, don't move, let them do their business, put them right back very quietly in their crate, cover them back up with their whatever toys, whatever you've decided to use that works for your dog, and then, you know, quietly go back to bed. You don't want that to be a big event. You don't want it to last very long. Your goal is just get them out potty and back in the crate as fast as you can. These are some things that you can use. I hope that they help you. Again, as I said, all these won't work for every dog, but some of these will work for your dog. The biggest thing is not rewarding the behavior. And like I said, it's not, a reward is not only giving them a treat. A reward is looking at them, going to get them, you moving around, responding to them, talking to them. Any attention that you pay to them while they're in the crate is a reward. And if you don't really pick up anything, or if you at least pick up this, don't reinforce any behaviors that you do not want them to continually do, because they will be repeated over and over. We train with reward-based training. It's just that everybody doesn't understand what a reward is. And in this case, you know, puppies see a lot of things that we do as a reward. Affection's a reward, petting them is a reward, as I said, looking. So there's so many different things that they translate into rewards. So, you know, just be sure to pay attention to that and not reward them for anything that you wouldn't want them to repeat doing. I hope this helps. Know what to expect when you get your new puppy, but you got to put the time in. You've got to put that first week in. It takes a good week to get them back in the groove of everything, and over that first period of just being upset because they're moved. They're puppies. All puppies bark, but I hope these things will help you get through that first week. And it is so worth it. You know, once you get out of that first week and you get a good schedule and a good balance, there's nothing better than that, you know, having that great puppy that you can do anything and to be that pet that you've always dreamed of. So keep watching Deer Creek, watch our videos. We'll, as new questions and things come up, we will have more videos. So look for us on Facebook and Instagram, and I hope you enjoy your Deer Creek puppy. Thank you.